Bacon makes everything, including desserts, better. This is not your normal cheesecake. Welcome to Twisted's Grill Next Door. Hey, I'm Danielle Bennett, and today I am making a caramel, whiskey, pecan, bacon, smoked cheesecake. And today I am actually going to surprise somebody who's really important to me, my girl, Patrice. Hey, Patrice. Do not ask me to do that again. No, I will not get it, okay? I am never good with scripted words. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get your strips of bacon and you just want to lay them out on this foil covered cookie sheet. Now I'm telling you this as a friend. You don't want to do this directly onto your cookie sheet. You really do want the foil because it's going to get sticky and messy and delicious, and cleanup is a pain in the butt. And next step is, well, we're going to shellac it up with a little bit of maple syrup. And you want to be fairly generous with this because, well, it's called candy for a reason. So as you can see, super well coated. Lots and lots of maple syrup. Next thing, barbecue rub. And if you like spicy stuff, you can put on like a spicy chili powder or something like that. Always a good option. Okay, so we want to get this pig candy on the grill, but before we do any of that, we actually have to make sure to turn the grill on. And of course, we need to get wood in this grill. So I've got some hickory wood here. Wood-fired smoke can add another layer of ingredients on desserts, and I really like that fact because it's not just about the cheesecake. It's about like that hickory kiss smoke plus the cheesecake, plus the caramel, plus the pecans, plus the bacon, or whatever dessert you're doing. I think almost everything that you eat can be improved with a little wood-fired kiss. All right, goes onto the grill for about 35 to 55 minutes. All the sugar is gonna get caramelized from the barbecue rub and of course all the sugars in the maple syrup, and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. So we're starting with our graham cracker crumbs and we're gonna mix some ground pecans. Give those a good mix around. In 2006, early on, I judged a barbecue contest, and that's actually what sucked me into the life of barbecue. This is a little bit of salt, and then the two liquid ingredients, and that's what's gonna bring it all together. I've got some melted butter here, and then because I like whiskey and rye, we're gonna add a little bit of that to the crust as well. I literally had some great barbecue, some okay barbecue, and some barbecue that I didn't think I would give a dog. And honestly, that's what actually set off my entire barbecue career because I had a taste and thought, you know what? I think I can do this. Gonna add a little bit more whiskey because you want it just to stay together, but you don't want it soggy. I'm gonna do that little test. And now it's sticking together more. So we've got our 8-inch springform pan. I'm gonna dump that all in there. And then what you wanna do is you wanna press it all in the bottom of the springform pan and probably about ½ an inch up the sides. Pretty simple, and it doesn't need to be pre-baked. So once we're done pressing it in, you just move on to mixing up the cream cheese mixture for the rest of the cheesecake. So I live by the motto, life is too short for bad barbecue. I've traveled the world extensively, eating barbecue everywhere. I've traveled to over 600 barbecue restaurants. I've taught in 48 states and 22 countries barbecue, and I truly live, breathe, eat all things barbecue. All right, so the next part is making the actual filling for the cheesecake. So the first thing I like to do is I like to put the eggs in. Just go over in the corner and beat those eggs a little bit. You just wanna make sure that there's no big chunks of yolk in there. So once you have the cream cheese in there, it's all really well mixed, then you're gonna go ahead with your white sugar, your flour. We got a little bit of that whole milk, and I prefer to use vanilla paste versus vanilla. So you wanna put in a good dollop of that. Be generous with it. And once again, couple slugs of whiskey. Because, you know, I live alone, I've got my house, I've got all this food that I've got to prep for a variety of things. I want to give back to my community. So I deliver barbecues to them to help them out. I try to deliver food to them, and I think that that's a great thing. Be a good citizen for your whole community. All right, so we're gonna make up some smoked nuts for this cheesecake today. So I've got some pecans, I've got some whiskey, some salt, some brown sugar, and it all starts off with an egg, but we actually don't want the whole me. Hey, Patrice!
Sorry, I swore. Hey, Patrice, I need an egg.
So, I'm literally going to surprise my girl Patrice. She's in the house right now. She doesn't know. She works for me on occasion. She's always here for me when I need her. And for me, that says it all right there.
Got it. See, look at this. See? This is why she's awesome.
We just want the egg white. And the reason is that that's actually gonna act as a binder to all the pecans. Get that into a really decently sized bowl, and you wanna whisk it until it kind of gets white and frothy. Child labor is good, so if you've got a kid, you might wanna teach them how to do this. All right, now, a little bit of whiskey. whole theme to this is whiskey and barbecue. Get your brown sugar in there so it kind of makes this sticky slurry. Really mix that in well. Now, once you have that, you want to take your pecans and you want to pour them all in. You want to make sure they're really well covered. I have a baking tray here and it's got a silicone lined mat. A silicone mat is really essential because the sugar is going to caramelize on these pecans. If you don't have a silicone mat, you can of course use a piece of parchment paper. You may want to spray the parchment paper with a non-stick spray. So we've got all of our pecans. They're kind of almost all one layer, just like that. Now you should have your grill going about 225 to 250 degrees. I'm using hickory wood for these, and they're gonna smoke for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. That's it, ready for the grill. So Florida, because we're such a melting pot, really pulls all the regional differences. So we actually have people that serve, vinegar-based pork, like the Carolinas. We have people that do Texas-style brisket because they're from Texas. We pull from Kansas, we pull from Canada, we pull from all of those areas. Florida literally is a complete regional mishmash of barbecue styles. So now we've done all of our components. It's time to assemble this cheesecake. So this cheesecake is now nice and cold. It's come off the grill. I like to take a little paring knife, run it all around the edges. Now it's time to dress it. So I have a whiskey caramel here. We're gonna start with this beautiful caramel because really, you can never go wrong with caramel. And we're gonna get that sexy slather all over. Oh, it's amazing. And then what I like to do is we've got, of course, all of these beautiful smoked pecans. We wanna put them all around the outside. Tons of deliciousness. Be generous. So we've got all this beautiful pig candy. Now look at that. It's all caramelized up. It's delicious. So you want to take some slices out of it and you want to tuck it in all the way around because, you don't ever want anybody to get a piece that doesn't have a piece of bacon. And then in the middle, throw a few more pecans. And there you go. That is an ultimate candy pecan, bacon, and whiskey cheesecake.
Let's go surprise somebody with this.
I absolutely believe barbecue brings people together. In fact, I think if more people barbecued, there would be a lot less strife, there'd be a lot less issues. Because when you're at a communal table, you realize that you have a lot less differences. Hey, Patrice! And you actually have a lot more similarities. Plus, the act of barbecuing is just naturally conversational. I know you love cheesecake, so I made you this pecan bacon cheesecake with tons of whiskey caramel. Thank you for everything, sweetie. Love you. You're there for hours, smoking, low smoking, having some cocktails, enjoying yourself. Barbecue brings people together. Great barbecue brings even more people together. Hey, thanks for watching Twisted's Grill Next Door. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also make sure to check out the Instagram.